Salute to every single one of you guys in here as your New York Knicks defeat the Golden State Warriors by a final score of 110 to 107. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat, on X, on YouTube. Hello, my name is Anthony. Do post games after every single game. The Knicks scrape by the G League Warriors, man. They scrape by the freaking G League Warriors. Got a lot of stuff to talk about after tonight's game, man. I mean, look, a win's a win, but there are some concerns with this Knicks team. That's where we're at, man. We want to continue to build good habits up into the playoffs, and the New York Knicks have not built these good habits lately up into the playoffs. I mean, you know, there's 13 games left. You take this win, you move on, but still, this, in my opinion, needs some work. It needs some work. Once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. Shout out to the chat. Make sure you smash the like button. And let's go. Appreciate the members in here, by the way. See all the members in here. Yuri, Isaiah, loud and clear. What's going on, guys? Chris Gotti. I see all of you in here. Shout out to every single one of you. Hasi, because Clarkson gives some good minutes. Yes, man. Clarkson gives some good minutes, man. And look, biggest comeback, I believe, that MEC put it on the broadcast, biggest comeback win since 2024 for the New York Knicks. And look, like I said, a win is a win. Of course, I'm going to, be happy that they came back and won the game like they have against the Utah Jazz. But if I'm being honest with you guys, like, this game actually leaves me with a level of concern about this Knicks team. It does. Right? Because we're getting closer and closer to the playoffs. Right? And this team keeps playing like they can just flip a switch whenever they want. Whenever they want. And they haven't really proven anything, which is frustrating, right? So, excuse me. And that brings me to Mikal Bridges. No Mikal Bridges down the stretch in the fourth quarter. And it really doesn't matter. Like I said this on X. I tweeted it on X. It really doesn't matter where you stand on him right now. The Knicks emptied the clip to bring him here. And we've seen him being benched multiple times this season in crunch time. Multiple times after the New York Knicks emptied the clip to bring him here. And the Shamit's just been better. And that's crazy to say. Like, that's crazy to utter. Right? That's not something you expect when you make that big of a move for Mikal. And he is struggling like crazy. And I know I said after the last post game that I really don't want to go ham on Mikal because I kind of want to see how it looks like in the playoffs with him. But at what point do you sit here and just realize that it just isn't working out with him right now as a New York Knick? It just hasn't worked, right? And I know I can just, as I'm saying that, I'm thinking about the plays that he made versus Boston. I'm thinking about the putback in Detroit last postseason as I'm saying that, but I just can't escape that anymore from my head. Like, I just want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I can't. Like, I can't. And he's being benched multiple times this season. And it's just something that is a concern right now. He's just going through it. And I hope he snaps out of it come playoff time because we only have so many games left. And like I've been saying, we need him. We need him. So Knicks win 110-107, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I gotta be honest with you, man. A win's a win, but I didn't like the way this looked at all, man. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Look, you win, you keep the 2 seed alive. Boston won yesterday, so you keep that alive. But I guess it doesn't matter at the end of the day. At the end of the season, we don't look back at these wins and how they looked. But in the moment right now, just guys, the Golden State Warriors played nobody, man. It was their G League team. And I had another career night coming to the Garden. Quentin Post, career night. Coming to the Garden, 4 threes. But hey, and another bad start for this team. Like, it was like a replica of Utah. And during the game, you kind of knew that they were going to win. Like, you know they're going to win these games because these teams are just so depleted and so bad. Right? Like, I'm sitting there, like, the Knicks are down, like, what, 21? And I'm like, they're still going to win. Like, they're still going to win the game. There's no way they're going to lose to this team. And they didn't. They won. So, I mean, credit to them. But right now, like, I don't know if this can keep up in the playoffs. Like, I don't know if we can continue to snap our fingers and all of a sudden have a good showing in the playoffs, man. You want to build good habits heading into the postseason. Like, that's where my mind is at, man. You know, so once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. Towns, another double-double. Yes, Towns, another double-double for Karl-Anthony Towns. Buzzer Beater, what's going on? Eddie, what's going on? Appreciate you guys. Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you guys. Chris Gotti says Mikel's being benched for a reason. Can't just be for the missed shots. He is struggling. He's missing his mid-range. He's missing, look, 1 of 6 from 3, 3 of 10 from the field, 7 points, 21 minutes for Mr. Mikal Bridges. Is this his lowest minute total of the season? Might be. Shamit has just been better than him. Point blank. Clarkson is a breath of fresh air, man. To kind of rewind the game, Knicks go down big in the first half, and I'm sitting there at halftime, and I'm like, they're going to win. Another slow start. Jalen Brunson actually got going in the first quarter, and, you know, our captain with 30 and 9. Want to shout that out before I just keep on harping on Mikal. Jalen Brunson has looked better these last couple of games, way better these last couple of games. 10 and 10 from the free throw line. You love the 9 assists. The month of March has just been awesome in terms of the assist numbers for Jalen Brunson. So 30 and 9, that's a hell of a game from our captain. And Karl-Anthony Towns gives you a double-double, 17 and 12. Interesting in the fourth quarter, Mike Brown went to the double big lineup a lot in that fourth quarter. For about like 7 minutes until he got Jalen Brunson and OG back in this game. So he likes what he sees for the double big lineup, and the double big lineup has paid dividends this year, by the way. So goes to the double big lineup. But, you know, defense was... What are the Warriors shot 37% from 3. Obviously, Quentin Post, career night. Gary Payton had a great game for them, 3 of 6 from 3. I really thought that Pod 3 was going in. He gives them 25 and 6 assists. So they fought, man. They fought their ass off, and no game is easy now from here on out, man. Look, they're 3-0 on this week schedule that they have. They're 3-0. And at the end of the day, that's all that counts. But there are some things that they need to clean up, right? They are. Woody, what's going on? Buzzer Beater says we are 2.5 games of Cleveland and 1 game behind Boston. 2 seed. Here we come. 2 seed. Tendro says Mikel's shot is hitchy again. Yeah. I mean, he's just been... I don't even want to look at the game log. He's just been brutal. No way to put it. No other way to put it. He's been brutal. And, yeah, man. Shamit gives him 10 off the bench. Clarkson, again, going back to Jordan Clarkson, it's been a breath of fresh air for this team because they need a offensive punch right now when they're not getting any offense whatsoever from, you know, Mikal, and Hart only attempts 6 shots, has 7 points, but gives him 12. Some of the rebounds that Josh Hart grabbed tonight, by the way, especially in that first half, were incredible. Like some prototypical Josh Hart big boy rebounds. The ball tracking skills are insane for Mr. Josh Hart, and he has a team high plus 17 on the night for Josh. But yeah, I mean, Mo D comes in, look like a rookie in the first half a little bit. Looked like a rookie a bit in the first half. That's okay though. Mitchell Robinson gives him 10 boards, 5 stocks for Big Mitch, and the show off the bench tonight. Even Jordan Clarkson. I mean, Alvarado giving them 4 assists off the bench was pretty good in the first half as well. So look, I mean, again, the story has just been this guy right here, number 25, has just been underperforming, and I don't know what to make of it. I don't. Yuri, I'm not gonna move on, man. A win is a win. I get it. I'm not gonna move on, bro. I'm gonna point out the flaws in this team because at the end of the day, this is the team that's gonna show up in the playoffs. Like, they need to figure it out. It's the middle of March, bro. It's the middle of March, and we're still sitting here like not knowing what version of this Knicks team we're gonna get night in, night out. Do you think they can play like this and win 4 rounds in the playoffs? No. That's where my head's at. Right? Of course, I'm happy they won. But if they play like this, they're going to be an early exit. And I hate to say it, but come on. 86 Smurf says, how do we fix these slow starts? Is there an issue with the starting 5? Look, we've been saying it all year. I don't know what it is because now the slow starts are starting to creep back with this franchise. And, last year in the playoffs as well, when they got down by multiple times by double digits in a blink of an eye. And we just, man, I don't know. Maybe this is them. Maybe this is just this group because this happened last year as well. And then they fought their way back. They climbed back, right? They're resilient. They're very scrappy, and they're just resilient as hell. There's a resilient bunch. But I just don't like the feeling of going down 20 plus points to a Golden State Warrior team. And even the game against the Jazz. And look, it's not how you start, it's how you finish, right? But I just hope that they clean up these little bad tendencies in the playoffs, man. So that's it. Wayne says Cat figured it out. Why can't Bridges? I still think they can. And I'm hopeful. I am. At the end of the day, like, I really want this team to go far. And I still do think they will go far in the playoffs. But, it's nice like tonight where it's just like, I don't know. And I'm just being real with you guys, man. You guys know, like, I'm keeping it real. This is how I feel. It's how I feel. I mean, maybe that's the NBA. You're not going to roll through every single opponent. I get it. But, man, have some type of, like, urgency. Like, the Warriors their G League team was out there, man. And, it is what it is, though. So, final score, 110-107. The New York Knicks are now 44-25. They are 24-9 in Madison Square Garden. So let's keep on going. OG Anunoby gives you 14, 4, 1 assist, 3 offensive boards, 2 threes for Big OG. Had a bloody nose there in the first quarter. Good to see him come back from that bloody nose in that first quarter. That was a little bit nasty, but we got him back, and he actually played a really efficient game. 6 attempts, 14 points, and 2 threes, right? And defensively, OG all over the place as well. And yeah, shout to OG, man. Shout out to OG, shout out to Jalen. That's the one thing that's getting me excited is Jalen Brunson looks like Jalen Brunson again, right? He does. He's starting better. He's seeing the floor better. And that's the Jalen Brunson we all know and are accustomed to, right? So Let's go, man. Shout out to JB. Isaiah says, I believe we still can. We'll get to the finals. That's not changing for me. Let's go. Eddie says, you speak for all of us. We need to face reality. What's going on? Appreciate you, Eddie. Eddie says we have a coaching problem. See, I don't think so, man, because the weird thing about this all, guys, is the Knicks are like top 10 in both offense and defense. Or even, I believe it's top 5 in both offense and defense, if I'm not mistaken. Top 5 or top 10? One of you guys can correct me in the chat. But on the season, right? Like, come on now. That has to take into account for something. They're a really good team. Really good team. Numbers don't lie, right? So I say all that, and I'm still like, in the first half, I'm still like feeling some type of way about this team. Like it's been a hell of a season, like a weird season for this team. And look, I'm just happy they came through at the end. They got Jalen Brunson tried a foul there at the end, and they didn't call it. So, but thankfully Golden State turned the ball over there, and then that was all she wrote. Shout out to OG Anunoby hitting those clutch free throws there at the end. But yeah. We move on, right? I mean, easy stretch. You just keep on going. Now you got the Indiana Pacers coming into town on Tuesday, and let's get it going and keep this win streak alive. Because let's go to the team stats today. They only shot 31% from 3. Golden State shot 37% from 3. They were shooting the ball really well, man. Only 23 assists as a team, 15 turnovers for the Knicks. 15 fast break points. One thing I've noticed, and I meant to bring this up last post game, they're running more. The New York Knicks are running way more. They want to run. They don't want to slow up their offense. As soon as they're catching the rebound, they are running. Whether that's Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Landry Shamet, Jalen Brunson, they are running. Fast breaks leads to easy buckets. Getting their defense on their heels leads to easy buckets and lazy defense on top of that. So the Knicks have been running more, and, you know, that has led to good offense. And they're trusting, Mike Brown has been trusting his bench as well as Jordan Clarkson. You know, I go back to him. Clarkson has just been incredible lately, man. Incredible. We don't win this game without Jordan Clarkson. Right? The 14 points off the bench from Jordan Clarkson, and what a 180 from his benching until now that he is playing, and he is playing extremely well for this team. Mike Brown trusting in JC, and it's paying dividends. Castro says, what's good? What a weird game, but a W is a W. That's all. That's all, Castro. That's all, Castro. Warriors without their top stars played good. Yeah, they did. They played a hell of a game. If we go back to the schedule, right? So, look, you won 3-0. You're 3 in a row, right, at this easy schedule. Utah didn't look pretty in the first half. Dominant third quarter and fourth quarter for Utah. Indiana, close game, but you pulled through in the end. Golden State, close game, but you pulled through in the end. And you're coming off the losses to the Clippers and the Lakers, and then the dominant win in Denver. So you're 3-0 on this easy stretch. And look, that's all that matters, right? You're trying to get the 2 seed. You're trying to get home court advantage in as many games as possible in Madison Square Garden. And now you have 3 games coming up that are extremely winnable. Indiana, Brooklyn, and Washington. You should be on a 6-game winning streak heading into the game March 24th against the New Orleans Pelicans, who have been playing really well lately, by the way. So, yeah, I mean, I do think the Knicks finished number 2, and I do think they surpassed their win total last year, right? I do. And that's an improvement, but we just have to wait and see what happens in the playoffs with this group, right? Right now, all that matters to me is health, build good tendencies, and let's go. Like, let's go. Like, whether you're in whether you're in playoff mode or not, like, I'm kind of there, and I want to get there, and I'm trying to see who we play. If the season ended today, look, we're still number 3 in the East, right? We're still number 3 in the East. I think if the season ended today, we would play the Raptors, yeah. And I'll take that any day of the week. I'll take a Knicks Raptors series in the first round because that should be barbecue chicken, right? That should be barbecue chicken. And away we go. Away we go. But any one of these opponents you could face, the Magic, the Raptors, the Heat, even Philly, right? And I still do think the Knicks take the first couple of rounds should be a breeze. Now, depending if you face Boston in the second round, then that could be a tough one. But it's just been a weird season, man. It's just been a like an anxiety-filled season, man. Like, I know it's easy to say that they should have dominated tonight. And look, it's the NBA, and you never know on any given night. You never know. And Jalen Brunson talks about it all the time when it's like you have to go out there and put out your full effort every single night because you just never know. But yeah, you come out here and you win. El Figgy says we have to stop saying we should win. Anxiety-inducing Knicks. Yeah. Look. Should. Right? They should. But they should. If I'm being honest with you, a team that's as talented as the New York Knicks and are putting top 5 offensive numbers, top 5 defensive numbers, they should beat these teams. They should. And credit, they did. Golden State, Indiana, Utah, they did. They beat them. They should beat them. We're good. Like, when do we start thinking like that? Like, we're good. But on the other side of that spectrum, it's like during the games, if you're watching these games, it's like things kind of still look clunky. And I don't know what it is, whether it's a starting lineup or I don't know, whatever recipe is in the oven, something seems like is off with this unit sometimes. So that's where we're at as Knicks fans. Like, you wake up and you kind of don't know what version of the team you're going to get. And I thought that kind of ended, but it's still happening. It's still happening. And yet they have dominant wins against really good teams like Spurs, Nuggets, Rockets, like multiple teams. They have dominant wins against. And yet, when they face these inferior opponents, they play with their food. And look, they're human. That's human nature. I get it. But, you know, I guess as Knicks fans, we are coming into these matchups with the thinking of, oh, Warriors should be a 20-point blowout. But it's not. That hasn't really been the case, right? So that's what kind of messes up my thinking when it comes to thinking about this unit, is because I just don't know night to night like what team's showing up. And if it's in the middle of March and they look like this, like that's not good come playoff time. But here we go. Here we go. Once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. Black S says, get those likes up, fam. Appreciate you, Black S. Yes, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here. Hello, my name is Anthony. Pleasure to meet you. I do post games after every single Knicks game. So your New York Knicks beat the Golden State Warriors 110-107. Warriors, no Steph Curry, no Draymond Green, no Kristaps Porzingis. Still came into Madison Square Garden and fought their ass off. So credit to Golden State. They're a well-run team. They're really well coached by Steve Kerr. And, we win, right? That's all that matters at the end of the day, I guess so. But there are still some things to clean up with this unit. Again, the schedule is super light coming up. They should be able to win these games. Again, should. But you just never know with this team, right? You never know. And I guess that's on me for replaying it over and over and over again in my head. But we're human. We're human. Once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. El Fiki says, get the right personnel on the courts in the starting five so we can set the tone. We have one of the worst rated starting fives in the league. Yep. Wayne says, with all these slow starts, does it mean we have a starting lineup issue? Wayne, that's kind of been the answer. Like, I think that's the answer. Like, the starting five, this is going on 2 years now. It just hasn't worked, right? It just hasn't clicked, hasn't worked. But again, I go back to Josh Hart with the ego stuff. Like, they tried the double big lineup to start the season, and offensively they were like a little shaky, and then they went to Josh Hart, and then everything clicked again. Right? Remember that early on in the season? But now it's like kind of not clicking again. So, again, Mike Brown played the double big lineup for about 7 minutes in that fourth quarter without Josh Hart. He went with Alvarado, Clarkson, Bridges, and it was Mitchell Robinson and Karl Anthony Towns. And then he went Shamet in for Bridges. So he's playing that double big lineup, played it to close a little bit with Josh Hart in the game. And so we'll see if that trend starts to continue. But I said this after last postgame, during the last postgame, I kind of miss Mitchell Robinson in the starting lineup. I do. But I don't know if that's the answer. I don't know. Right? They started Landry Shamet versus the Utah Jazz, and they started slow because Josh Hart was out. It was the same start. So, and then you had people saying, oh, Josh Hart, maybe it wasn't Josh Hart. Maybe it's somebody else. So, I've always been on the train to either the double big or Mo D, but I don't think that's where Mike Brown goes. Loud and Clear says, we ain't even getting that BK Mikal. Yeah, I mean, we're getting that Burger King Mikal. We're getting that Burger King Mikal. I mean, oh, man, it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. CJ says, salutes. Should have been feeding Cat the whole game. Start Clarkson against these weak teams and bench Hart or Bridges. Shout out to JC. Yeah, man. Look, it's like, how many times have I said when the big cat has got it going in the paint, when the big cat has the feel to it, man, just keep feeding him. But they just don't do that. Like, that's not in their offensive arsenal. Like, it's the middle of March, and we're still like, when Cat has it going, feed the cat. He's hungry. Feed him. Feed him. Feed him. And it's just not within their offense, man. They love sprays. They love moving the ball around, and that's great, right? That's great. But in the playoffs, when things kind of tense up and shrink, if Cat is dominating, I just want to continue to have him dominate the game. Because he's shown lately that he's figured out this offense. Defensively, he's figured out his ways defensively, right? And he's just been awesome. Just feed him. And even JC, Jordan Clarkson, 14 points. He's playing defense like his pants are on. Like, he has ants in his pants. He's not trying to come out the game again. And that was the thing Mike Brown always talked about regarding Jordan Clarkson was defensively, and he always got attacked. When Clarkson is in the game, he's playing defense like he has ants in his pants. Like he's locked in. He's going over screens. He's blocking people. He's like still like tip passes. I'm like, oh, okay, JC. Okay. Oh, Jalen Brunson also had a 2 steals in this game. He had a nice steal in the first half. So, yeah, I mean, good habits, man. Just build good habits. Build good habits. Yes, Tendril. 2 years, Tendril. Burger King Bridges.
Bruh.
Loud and Clear says Mo looked terrible tonight. He passed up way too many shots. Yeah, that was a terrible travel that he had. Took like 10 steps there. Yeah, bad game. But I like that Mike Brown stuck with him. He's a rookie. It's gonna happen. You just move on, right? I mean, you have these bad games. You grow through these pains. There's been way more good than bad, and tonight was just a bad game for Mo. And like I said, that's okay. Like he'll learn. But what we do know is like off the bench in the playoffs, right? If the lights are too bright for him, you have guys, man. You have Deuce, you have Clarkson, obviously Shamit. So if Mo's gonna have these bad games in the playoffs, these other guys are gonna step up because they have experience. But I fully expect Mo to just continue to do him. Continue to do him, and he should be fine. He should be fine. Joel says the bench is deep for the playoffs. I don't know how Mike Brown is going to decide come playoff time. Yes, that's been a talking point as well. Joel says we are just not meant to have easy games. Yeah, man. I guess so. That Denver win felt good, though, last week, right? Felt good. And look, most of the times these games are not going to be that easy. It's not. It's the NBA. Right? It's the NBA. These games are not going to be easy. It's always going to be a grind, especially against, the Pistons or the Celtics or the Magic, one of these scrappy teams. If we play them come playoff time, it's going to be a grind. Yes, I see you guys in the Discord. Please be patient with me. I'll get to your calls in a little bit. Please be patient with me. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for the support. El Figgy, Mets 2128, Yuri. I see all of you in the Discord. Please be patient with me. You guys have been incredible. Yuri making his return to the Discord. Where have you been, Yuri? Yuri's been MIA. Say Quizzy is in the building. Say I hate the slow starts. They might pick up on the last Boston game, but right now I feel like they're just thinking about the playoffs. Yeah, it could be. Like, look, they're human, right? They come into this game, no, the Warriors are pretty much without everybody. And, it's a big day in the world of sports. Team USA and the Dominican Republic are playing. So I don't know. I don't know what goes on in their mind. But I'm just saying, like, maybe they overlook the Warriors, right? Again, they go down by 20, 21. And then they do what they do. They work their way back. And that's one thing, like, I have faith with this Knicks unit because they've shown it, especially last year. They go down big, they'll come back and win, right? At least lately they've shown. The Jazz and tonight, they've shown it, right? They go down big, and then they come back, right? They didn't really show it versus the Lakers. The Clippers got dicey there at the end, but it was close. So, Mike Brown spoke about the starting lineup. 10-0. Ahmed, what's going on? Says he's saying Mikal hasn't been shooting well, but he made a difference on both sides in the Indiana game. He said it isn't too late to change the starting lineup, but he isn't considering it right now. So Mike Brown says it's not too late to change the starting lineup, but he's not considering it right now. So when does he start to consider it? And is it Mikal? Could you imagine? Could you imagine if Mikel is the one, which I don't think that will ever happen. Right? We're too late for that. But I don't think there'll be a starting lineup change as long as we win these games, guys. Like, if we lost today, if we lost in Utah, then the narrative today would have been, okay, you are changing the starting lineup next game. But we won. So it kind of puts everything at ease. Winning cures all, right? Winning is the best deodorant. You win. Doesn't matter how, you win. So this gives the coaching staff and Mike Brown and, the Knicks players to figure out what they got going on in the starting lineup. Because, look, man, you got a month. Right? Playoff start end of April. You got a month. So, we'll see. Wayne says no lead is safe with our Knicks. Yeah. Chris Gotti, Knicks always struggle against the Warriors, especially at MSG. Yeah, but to this team, Chris, Mike Brown says there's no defensive player of the game tonight. He's pissed. Is that true? That's the first time this season after a win, there's no defensive player of the game tonight? Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Mike Brown's pissed, ladies and gentlemen. Pissed. Once again, shout out to the chat, man. You guys are awesome. Subscribe, like, all the good stuff. Your Knicks 110-107. Good for Mike. Embarrassing performance. See? Look. Those of you that came at me early on in the post game saying, a win's a win, move on, who cares? A win's a win, who cares? You know what I'm talking about? No, man. It's the middle of March. And we look like sometimes we don't even want to be playing. We have a guy who we spent 5 picks for, if you want to include the swap, that is getting benched multiple times in the fourth quarter this season. After you emptied the clip, he was the piece. You emptied the bag for him. I got Landry Shamet playing better than him. Another game where you're burning a timeout with like 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. You drop down early. Should not happen. Shouldn't happen. It's 2 years, man. It's 2 years, guys. Different coach, right? I'm not going to say same result again, but I'm going to wait to the playoffs. But it's 2 years. So it's frustrating. Joel says he said he's mad about them early timeouts too. Says a veteran team shouldn't have to. Yes, Mr. Eno with the super chat. Whoa, sorry. Wrong button. I meant to hit the DJ bomb. Mr. Eno, appreciate you with the super chat. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the super chats, ladies and gentlemen. First one of the night. He says too many crap teams feel like they can beat the Knicks. Knicks don't scare anyone. Mr. Eno, yeah, man. We're going to have to wait and see for the playoffs. But in terms of scare, like, I'm going to have to reserve judgment until the playoffs. Like, I hope this team will figure it out this year, man. I hope they do. I hope they do. And I still have faith. They do. I do. Because we saw last year that they can, even though we don't like it, even though we don't like when they flip a switch, they do it. They did it last year in the playoffs. But championships teams, they haven't proven anything for me to just be confident that they'll do it again. Like, what have they proven? Yeah, they got to the Eastern Conference Finals. They were a pass away or a held ball away. I can go down that game one. Like, there's so many plays within that final 2 minutes so I can go down. If it bounces the Knicks' ways, the Knicks win that game. Right? But they didn't. They didn't. Yeah, we'll get to Mike Brown's audio in a second, but I know the Discord is waiting. I got 3 people waiting. I got El Figgy, I got Mets2128, I got Yuri in the Discord. Let's get to El Figgy first. I'm gonna get to El Figgy first, and then make my way down. Let me just make sure I got the audio all good. All right.
Oh, speaking of devil.
All right,
Hey,
let's get to Yuri. Let's get to El Figgy first. Let's get to El Figgy first. El Figgy, what you got tonight?
Not much. What's going on, Ant?
What's
Over
up?
to the chat.
What's up? What's up? Cardiac Knicks. Win's a win, right?
Cardiac Nick. A win's a win. Sure. What's concerning me? Yes, we got the dub. Let's take the dub. Let's check the green mark into the column. Let's go with that. Thing that's concerning me is that we're not going to get away with this in the playoffs. We're just not. We can get away with these big double-digit deficits in the first quarter and the first half against subpar teams. When we're playing the Golden State Warrior bench, we'll be able to get away with this. We should not have struggled tonight the way we did. I was thinking we were going to see some Pacom Dadie tonight, some Trey Jamison, some Ariel Hukporti. That's the type of game I thought we were going to see. That's not what we saw tonight.
Nope. Yeah. Look.
And that's concerning me.
Yeah. I don't know what to point at. It's a slow start lately, El Figgy, that's been hampering this team. It's been Mikal Bridges has just been awful. Like, he's been bad. Like, he's been trash.
Don't sugarcoat it on my account. You see me in the chat, and you don't have to sugarcoat it for me.
Yeah, like, I know I've been saying, like, I kind of want to reserve judgment into the playoffs, but like I kind of thought that there'll be some 20-point games sprinkled in there, so I can kind of not talk about him. But man, he's been bad, man. Getting benched again in the fourth, like, it's not what you want to see as a Knicks fan, you know, especially someone you emptied the clip for and spent a lot of money on, you know. So
yeah, we were discussing this in the chat on the Discord chat room right here, and one thing that Yuri just brought up, that Mike Brown didn't call a defensive player of the game today. He didn't name a defensive player of the game purposefully.
Yep.
And what does that tell you? The coach is seeing the same thing we are. No one deserves the accolade for a lackluster, low intensity game. It's not, he's not going to reward. There is no participation trophies on this team. And at this point, I just want the playoffs to start, to see which Knick team shows up. Is it going to be the Knick team that goes out there and, for 4 quarters straight pounds the San Antonio Spurs, shoots the lights out in Denver and, goes up 39 points against the Denver Nuggets? Is that the Knick team we're going to see in the playoffs? Or are we going to see this Knick team that plays down to its competition, like you said, likes to play with their food, let the playoffs start and let the chips fall where they may?
Exactly. El Figgy, appreciate you with the call. Thank you for the support, as always.
Thank you.
Let's go to Yuri. You next, Yuri.
Yeah, I'm back from my cruise. Always good to see you.
Oh, back from a cruise, huh?
Yeah, I was in Tampa. I was living it up.
Living it up out there. Hope you had fun, man.
I had the privilege of not watching the Knicks lose a back-to-back.
There you go. What you got tonight?
A win's a win. Like I said in the chat, a win's a win. I don't know if you heard or if you're looking up the SNY Knicks. Mike Brown was completely pissed off, body language and everything. He was pissed off.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the audio. I'm gonna go through the audio in a second.
I actually have the quotes here. I actually have quotes here for you.
Go ahead. Read some off quickly, Yuri. because I know I have like 2 people waiting.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Right over here. Oh, okay. Yeah, right here. Mike Brown has made 2 things clear. The Knicks are not starting games with acceptable level of physicality or effort. He's not considering a starting lineup change. He thinks the players can play a bit, and that they both agree. So Mike Brown stated that they're both on the same page. And he stated on a potential lineup change, it's not too late in the season to do anything.
Yeah.
He's not thinking of changing it immensely, but he cited several games going back to the 2 in LA as proof that there was no notable problem with how New York opens games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's saying the same thing we're seeing, right?
Yeah, of course. He has to. Unless, like, he's blind.
Right. This isn't Tom Thibodeau. You know what I mean? Where he just downplays it. He sees what we're seeing.
Yeah.
So at least that makes me happy.
I guess.
But he actually threw shots at the players with this quote. He's frustrated with the need for so many early timeouts. I think this quote was the most important one of all. I'm going to leave this off. I'm going to end it here. A veteran team that has experience winning at a high level, I shouldn't have to call 2 timeouts in the first 6 minutes of the ball game, and we're not talking X and O's.
So then,
This is
Yuri,
from Chris
I know you were combating my like. I know in the chat you were very vocal about, oh, a win's a win. Let's just move on. So now that you see Mike Brown saying all this, have you changed your tune a little bit? Because
I have changed my tune a little bit.
Because even though a win is not a win, like your goal is to make it to the NBA Finals, and we're still dealing with this nonsense on March 15th. Like, how does the two correlate? You know?
I usually try not to point out the word inconsistency a lot because you're third in the East, Dan. This team's not inconsistent. I don't see. You know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I know. No, I get it. I know.
I don't want to use that word inconsistency because I'm starting to hate that word a lot now. You're third in the East. If you're inconsistent, you would be 5th or 6th in the East. That's how I view it. You know what I mean?
But then again, like you're third in the East, but you're behind Boston. Cleveland's on your ass. Like it's not like you're. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe our expectations were too high this season. Okay.
I mean, we can't really tell until the playoffs start, I guess. But yeah, our expectations are high.
Like Figgy said, put the chips where they are.
Yep. Hey, Yuri.
But I'll leave it off with this. Brown on Bridges. He spoke about Mikal Bridges, by the way. So, interested for you. I know you're going to find a clip for that one.
Yeah.
We all have to play better. It's no secret Mikal hasn't shot the ball well. He's given us life at times. I thought he was great in Indiana on both sides of the floor. And with that, I'll leave that. And pleasure having you on the show. All right.
Appreciate you, Yuri. Welcome back, Yuri. Thought you
missed you, brother.
Went MIA there for a second. Let's go to Mets 2128. Let's go to Mets 2128. What you got tonight, Mets 2128?
I'm gonna be blunt. This game almost caused my appendix to rupture with how bad the Knicks started out the shoot. I mean, the tactical television to constantly just shuck up 3 after 3 after 3 instead of going to the cup. That's what pissed me off and why we fell off the back foot early. I was almost traumatized where I was getting flashbacks to the MLK game against Dallas.
Oof. Yeah. It was rough, man. Anytime you go down, 21 to a G League team pretty much. And then we have another man coming to MSG and get a career night. I mean, who's keeping track on these guys coming to MSG, keep getting these career nights, and then you have to fight and claw your way back in the game. And
I'm going to say it like this. The Knicks won this game in spite of Mike Brown's never-ending incompetence as a coach.
In spite. Go ahead.
And every time he takes Cat out or never gives him the ball or runs the offense through Cat, it's done out of spite because he hates Cat. If I'm Cat, I tell him to go fuck himself.
Whoa. Family show. Sorry. Go ahead.
Blow himself. Sock him in the mush and tell him, give me the damn ball. Or run the offense through me and stop running it through Brunson so constantly. Because I put the blame on why Cat doesn't get a lot of touches on all three: him, Brown, and Brunson. Brunson for putting too much of the weight of the world on of the team on his shoulders. Brown for being a spiteful jerk towards Cat, and Cat for not calling him out on it and barking at him.
Ooh, you're upset. A win's a win is not in your vocabulary, right? I love it though. I love it, man. You bring in some heat in here.
Not against a team that is falling off the cliff because it got made into an all-you-can-eat buffet by the injury bug.
No, I hear you.
A healthy Knicks squad shouldn't win by 3 to over a crippled Golden State.
Yeah, you're right. I agree. I agree. You should be. There's some type of game plan or secret sauce that you should be at least double digits against this team.
And that game plan that should have been run is running Cat through the post and the mismatches. But no, it's never give Cat the ball when he has those advantages.
Yeah.
Brown deserves a kick in his ball sack for that.
Hey, Mets 2128, man. I'm glad you found my channel, and I'm glad you started to call in, man. You're bringing some value in this post game show. I appreciate you, man.
I may be a foul, vulgar little rat, but at least I'm honest.
I appreciate it. Hey, that's all we could be is honest. That's all we can be is honest. Appreciate you with the call tonight, man.
Like,
shout out to Mets 2128, man. He's hilarious. Say Quizzy is in the building. What you got to say, Quizzy?
You hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Nah, he had me dying on that call.
Yo, he is hilarious.
But with this game, I hope this woke the Knicks up because I'm like, oh, nobody's playing. I'm shocked. I'm happy we didn't sit nobody down because we probably would have lost if we would have set people down. Because I'm like, there's no Curry, no Green. Oh, let's sit down one or two of our players. Thank God we didn't. But because if we lost, I would have had a heart attack because we right behind Boston. We just need the Knicks to stop playing with their food. We have some easy games, but with this team, we don't even know what's easy or not because today should have been a blowout. We should have seen Kolek get in, but we didn't see it. But I like what Brown did today. No defense player of the game tonight. We don't need to make bad habits. I guess we won, yes, but you still don't want to go into this thinking like, yeah, you're going to win every game coming back down from 20. We don't want to, you ain't going to do that every time in the playoffs. So, like, I get you the third seed. I seem like we're top 5 in defense and offense, but you don't want to get comfortable thinking you're the NBA champs. Like,
right.
we need to slow that down. And shout out to Clarkson for being ready because, like, he been giving, like, the energy. He been playing well, but
awesome,
Mikel, bro, gotta wake up because I'm like, bruh, is no way I see Shamit closing out for like 5 or 6 games straight. I'm like, bro, like you got the bag. If you even say forget about the 5 picks, whatever, it's already going. Bro, still got paid. Like you got to show up now. Like, come on, bro. Like, we know you could do it because we seen you do it against Boston. Like, so we know you could do it. And the problem is you won't take a day off. So it's not like you tired. And then this is not Tibbs. Brown is giving you a rest. So it's like, bro got to wake up.
The funny thing is you say that, and then I posted something on the KnicksNation page yesterday about Mikal Bridges has run the most miles in the NBA this year.
And you know he's not taking a day off. He's not taking that day off. You know he want to show up and play every game.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the last game he might play for 1 minute. But
30 seconds and then he'll foul out. And then
he going to come out, but he ain't be. If they tell him, oh, Mikal, sit out tonight. No. I need to play. I need to get out there.
Yep.
Bro trying to get his streak, but, like, bro, we need you to play well. And, like, even everybody on your head about 5 picks. I'm not on your head about that no more because it's going. I'm on your head because you got the bag. And if we talking about changing the starters and you going to the bench, you might as well call Giannis next year because there's no way they're going to do that right now. Because if they think about doing that, then Giannis talks is going to be even more louder because you ain't going to pay nobody what he making what, 35 or something, and you gonna put him on the bench? That's
It's
not happening.
crazy. It's crazy talk, man.
Like you're gonna put his value down, and then nobody's gonna want to trade for him.
Yep.
Bucks gonna be like, yo, we want more now. You put this guy on the bench, we want more. So you can't do that. So you will have to just trade him if you're thinking about that. But that's all I really got to say.
Exactly. Like Mikal is, look, we'll talk about that during the summer, but yeah, I mean, he's not playing in the fourth now. He's getting benched in the fourth, man. The asset you gave up to get him, then you pay him the bag, then he's getting outplayed by a guy you signed last minute in Landry Shamet. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about. Mikal expensive cardio Bridges. Oh man, let me get to SNY New York Knicks. Anyone have the videos of Mike Brown talking? No defensive player of the game tonight, guys. No defensive player of the game tonight for the New York Knicks. No one has the videos. It was on NBC. Let's hear from our captain.
What? So, just way to stay poised.
And you don't get to clutch time unless you erase that 21-point deficit. How'd you all turn this game around?
Yeah, it was a big lead early. We knew we just had to chip away. And we just kept chipping away. By the third quarter, we got the lead. But it was never comfortable. But like I said before, way to stay poised, and we found a way.
Not the prettiest win. So what do you take away from this one?
A win's a win. Yeah, definitely not the pretty.
So what do you take away from this one?
A win's a win. Yeah, definitely not the prettiest. But
Come on, Jalen. After I just dissected that a win. We got our captain saying a win's a win, ladies and gentlemen. A win's a win. I guess. But come next month, look, a win would be a win. Like, it's first to 4. Right? It's first to 4. And that's the thing I hold my hat on. Like, I don't foresee like the Knicks being beat 4 times. Like, yeah, if they have a hiccup here and there. Yeah, like, do I see them losing against the Heat maybe a couple games? Yeah. But I still do see them winning 4. Do I see them losing against the Magic a couple games? Yeah. But it's first to 4. So, man, oh man. A win's a win for Mr. Jalen Brunson. But I'm not going to dissect that too much because we all know how Jalen Brunson is. Like, maybe he got caught up there in the interview. We all know that he's not happy, right? We all know that he's not happy. There's still stuff to fix. He's been playing awesome. So, there we go. There we go. Loud and clear. Oh, man. Source says, we know JB, Boshan, he know we ass. El Figgy says, I'd rather Mikal turn it around. We won't get what we need and what we paid for him. Yeah. Look, fast forward to the summer. If the Knicks get eliminated prior to the NBA Finals, I definitely don't think Mikal's on this team next year. Because then it's like 2 years of it. You have to get value for it. But obviously we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I kind of don't want to get into that talk. But it does cross your mind. It does. Because anytime a player, again, that you spent that much for, it's never going to leave him. It's never going to escape him. You paid him a contract. Like, not a terrible contract, but it's a contract where it has him making great money. And he's getting benched in the fourth quarter. Like, it shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. He should be contributing in many ways, defensively and offensively. And defensively, he's been okay lately. Tonight, I thought he had a few possessions where he was actually pretty good. But, I mean, he needs to play better. Like, there's not much more I can say regarding Mikal Bridges. Like, he's been ass. Like, he's been this.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
He stinks right now. He stinks. He's not good. And Mike Brown knows it. And I know Mike Brown's saying that he's not going to change the starting lineup and that he's it's not too, but then he said it's not too late. Notice how he threw that in there. He said, no, it's not too late to change the starting lineup, but I'm not thinking about it. That's telling you that he's thinking about it. He knows. He sees what we see. He said it tonight after the game. He sees what we see. He's not dumb. He wasn't born yesterday. He's not thinking about it. That means he's thinking about it. But they're winning. So how can you justify changing the lineup in that locker room when they're winning at the same time? Like, again, we also have to think about how the mood affects how a big decision like that can kind of shift the egos in that locker room. It could. Like, we're so late in the season, guys. The playoffs start in a month. If Mike Brown, let's say, benches Mikal, it could break him. I don't know if it'll break him. Maybe it'll help him. If Mike Brown benches Josh Hart, he's not going to be happy. And I know Knicks fans think like, oh, I don't care. Like, it's whatever it takes to win at the end of the day. And I know the guys are going to say that. But to make a decision like that, it comes with just way more than just a simple shakeup, you know? So we'll see. El Figgy says he came off the bench in Phoenix and he gave great energy and quick catch and shoot ability. It wouldn't be the end of the world to put him on the bench. Yeah, look, maybe he just doesn't play well with Brunson. But maybe that's it. Like a ball-dominant guard. Like we've seen in Mikal in the past playing better and fast-paced lineups, but now he's just shooting poorly. So I can't really pinpoint it. Right? So at this point as Knicks fans, we just hope that they turn it around. That's all we can hope that they do. But they're winning. And like our captain said, a win's a win. A win's a win. Loud and clear says exactly. We are a month away from the playoffs, and we have people saying a win is a win. Wake up. Yeah. Yeah, look, schedule ends. Going back to their schedule. Schedule ends April 12th. Less than a month left of the season. 14 games left. Right? 14 games left. They can easily win their next 5. Right? Now, what if it looks like how it looked tonight, but there still wins? Right? So it's like, I don't know. We have to, because, remember last year too, we never knew what version of a Knicks team we were going to get. And then let's all remember, like last year, even so, like it took some Hercules performances for the Knicks to get out the first round and the second round from individual players. Right? So let's hope we replicate that. And away we go. But once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. You guys have been awesome. Subscribe, like all the good stuff. Wanted to get you guys some quotes, but I don't seem like I can find them right now. Look, you move on. You got Indiana on Tuesday. That is your next opponent. Tuesday, March 17th. I feel like we played the Pacers like 10 times this year. Can't escape them. Now, if we lose this game to Indiana at home, I think Mike Brown thinks more about changing that starting lineup. I'll tell you that. He said he's not thinking about it now, but then he said it's not too late. If we lose to Indiana and it looks more of the same, and Mike Brown's pissed off because he didn't put a player of the game, defensive player of the game out there, it might have a change to the starting lineup. So we'll see. We'll see. Hi C, hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Hi C L says we need Miles McBride, Deuce McBride. I believe he's gonna come back soon, guys. I believe Deuce is gonna come back soon, and he's traveling with the team. He's in good spirits. I see him in commercials and promos and all this stuff. So Deuce is, I believe he's gonna come back for playoffs. I hope. Like that's not me giving you guys information. I just, from what I'm seeing, it looks like a player that's eager to come back and that's, you know, wants to come back as well. So yeah, that's that. Any more updates? No. I'm trying to see if I can get you guys like one quote or one video once again. No. I got nothing over here. Got nothing over here. If these guys can't get over being benched, fragile. Yeah. They got to be done. Same problems we're having now. It's easy to say they can't happen next month, but they're going to happen, guys. It's like, it's a given, like, in my opinion. They're going, like, it's, playoffs are in a month. We're in March. Season started in October. Unless we have, like, a December ride in the playoffs where we're just scorching hot and just dominant, and now we're playing great defense on top of that. Sign me up for that. But it's March 15th. Like I expect this stuff to happen in the playoffs. It's just that it can't happen 4 times. That's it, right? It can't happen 4 times. It can happen 3. It can happen 2. It can't happen 4 times. Otherwise, you're packing your stuff and you're going home. The guys know what it's all about in the playoffs. The guys know the stakes this year, right? The guys know. El Figgy says, after all Mikel's BS little speech about being humble and not being coachable and surviving that trade deadline, this is what we get. I really thought it was going to turn around after that speech. I really did. But it hasn't. It hasn't. I don't think he jives here well. I don't know. I'll reserve judgment until the playoffs, but if this happens in the playoffs, it's night, pack your bags this summer, right? Even like if the Knicks win despite Mikel, like it's still like pack your bags, sir. So, but we'll see. I don't want to be too overreactionary, but at the end of the day, man, they traded their farm system. like that's the thing. They traded their I know you guys hate me saying it and hate hearing it over and over again, but it's true. It's one thing if they like gave up a couple seconds and like a player. No. And then they paid him. And then he didn't want Thibs here. Somebody's saying Cat's post game is out. I'm trying to find it. I don't see it. Normally it's on SNY videos, but I don't see it. I'm not seeing it. My apologies if I'm just... Oh. All right, we'll play a video and then hop off here. It's about to be 12 a.m.
Great rally to come back to win, but what did you see in the first quarter that I guess allowed you guys to dig that hole that you guys were in?
Let's get whooped up for real, but you know it's not a recipe to win. It's not a great recipe, but again, we found a way to, you know, realign ourselves and get back on track and put ourselves back in the game and give ourselves a chance to win. And we did a great job of winning the game today.
What do you think you guys can do to, I guess, be maybe a little more
don't
effective?
play like that.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty simple.
Yeah. And then he talked about WBC. So that's it. That's all we get. That's all we get. Exactly, El Figgy. Exactly. They doubled down and paid him. And it was rumored that, Wayne, it was rumored that he was the forefront of getting Tom Thibodeau fired. Remember a rumor came out that said Mikel, like, not Mikel, but it said somebody said that they wouldn't re-sign with the Knicks if Tom Thibodeau was the head coach. And we all know the scuffle that Thibs and Mikel had last year before the Portland game, where Mikel was like talking about play other people and Thibs got really upset. So everyone kind of figured that was Mikel. And look, we all kind of, well, most of us in here wanted Thibs gone anyway. But maybe Mike Brown wasn't his choice. I don't know. But, dude, they paid you, bro. Yeah, we gave you $5. We traded a farm for you and we paid you. What more do you want? What more do you want? We're grateful for the moments in Boston. We'll see if he replicates that this year in the playoffs. I hope he does, man. I hope he does. Because, look, if he plays like this, the Knicks aren't going to go far. Point blank. They need him. They need him. So snap out of it, Mr. Bridges. Please snap out of it. All right. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Once again, you guys are awesome. We'll be back on Tuesday, post-game show after the Warriors game. Look out for more Knicks Nation content at KnicksNation on Instagram, at KnicksNation on X, at KnicksNation _ on TikTok. Thank you for the support. Follow on all social platforms. KnicksNation hats are on sale right now. I believe it's pinned on this video. You guys can copy your KnicksNation hats. Both of them are on sale right now on the website. Get your gear before the playoffs, which is in a month. So once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. You guys are awesome. I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down and get some sleep. Knicks win. Everyone be safe. Shout out to the members. Shout out to every single one of you guys. I'm Anthony. Peace.
Runs in a three. Bang!